everybody. Welcome to Hot Shoes. My name is Eric Contreras with Runners Plus and RunnersPlus.com. Hot Shoes is where we talk about running, hot new shoes, all while eating hot wings. So today we've got wings and beers from a local brewery here in Dayton, Ohio, and it's called Crooked Handle, 3 levels of heat. We're going to start with the tamest of the 3 and go up to the hottest. So that's what our plan is. We're going to talk about shoes, and we've got a really cool shoe in front of us today from HOKA. So that being said, want to introduce our guest, and we've got Liz. Let's take a bite of our first wing. This is Sweet Heat. Shouldn't be that bad, but we'll find out. And tell us a little bit about yourself. So let's dig into the first one.
That's actually really good. I feel like it's like all over my face.
I gotta get my. I don't even remember where I put my napkin. So introduce yourself and your role with HOKA.
Yeah, so my name is Liz Gurko. I'm the new FEA, so Field Experience Associate with HOKA. I just started and I'm super excited.
We're glad to have you here. What does an FEA do?
So basically, I am the field marketing girl for all things HOKA in Ohio and in Kentucky. So I'll do events and demo runs and all the fun stuff.
Eat wings, talk about shoes.
Yeah.
Great. Are you a fan of spicy food?
No. Literally, like, the lightest heat is super hot to me, so this will be interesting.
How was this so far?
It had a little kick, but it was good. I actually like that.
Okay. And then how did you get into running in the first place?
My middle school coach actually forced me into running when I was in 8th grade. He was like, "You're gonna sign up for cross country," and I was like, "All right, let's do it."
Awesome. Well, we're happy to have you. Excited. We have one more special guest. We're phoning in from Portland, Oregon at HOKA headquarters. So, Annie, we want to reach out to you, let you introduce yourself and what your role is at HOKA.
I'm Annie Kawasaki, and I'm a senior product line manager here at HOKA. I've been here for about 3 years, and I get to work on the road product, which is all the big franchises that HOKA has.
Annie, thanks so much for being here, and you've got your own wings to go, so why don't you start with wing number 1 for you and tell us a fun fact about your running past.
So I'm about to dive in, and I have the hot honey wing. So I'm just gonna go for it. And it's like so easy. I do really like spice. I don't like being hurt by spice, but I love it because it's very interesting. But an interesting fact about me is I was the Hawaii State track and field champion in the 1500 meters in 2001. And I was the cross-country state champion in 2000. And Hawaii is such a small state that we only have one of those. We don't have any of these like high school divisions. So I was the state champion.
That's a pretty cool fun fact. And with hot shoes, we always talk about some really cool product, and this time is no exception. So, Liz, why don't you tell us what we have in store for us today?
Yeah, so today we're actually going to be talking about the all-new Clifton Pro from HOKA.
Awesome. So let's dig into our second wing. This is Buffalo, a little bit hotter, and we'll learn a bit more about it. So let's try this one, all right? You ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's not bad.
Good buffalo flavor. Yep.
I feel like the first one was hotter than this, actually.
This one might build a little bit.
I know, I was like I was like, okay, it's not bad, but I'm waiting for the kick. It's a little hot.
Yep. Well, Annie, we're going to kick it back to you. Why don't you tell us a bit about the inspiration for the new HOKA Clifton Pro?
Going in for wing number 2, and this is the hot Cajun. Well, super flavorful. I like that. It's a slow burn though. So the Clifton Pro is new. It's a new franchise dimension of the Clifton. The inspiration behind it was really, we have these great new foams that our team has been developing. Each time we tried to put it in the Clifton, it didn't quite feel like the Clifton. It felt bouncier than the Clifton. It felt like more resilient than the Clifton. And for that reason, it was such a great experience, but we didn't want the Clifton to not be the Clifton. We felt like this was like the Clifton, but progressive, the Clifton, but bouncier, the Clifton, but better. So we got this idea to do a franchise dimension and do the Clifton Pro. And for us, Pro stands for progressive. So if we have new technology and we want to progress a key core franchise without changing it too much, because we know how important it is to keep some of our important franchises consistent, we still wanted to bring this more performance-driven foam to the Clifton Pro and to the Clifton franchise.
Yeah, so it's super exciting to basically take the new foams and the new technology and create the Clifton Pro, but it's not the only thing that's being enhanced. So the Clifton 11 is also coming out. So with that, Annie, take a bite of your next wing and explain the Clifton 11.
Okay, going in for wing number 3, and this is Mango Habanero. It's like a gooey wing. Not offensive. So what's new about the Clifton is we have the same bottom as the Clifton 10, tried and true. That was such a great ride. We want us to stay consistent. There were a couple of things that changed from the Clifton 10. We added a new last. The drop went from 5 millimeters to 8 millimeters. So we wanted to keep that consistent. So we just changed the upper. The biggest change in the upper is the fit around the collar and the entry. Our team did a lot of obsessing on making sure that the collar and the fit around the ankle was really perfect. The heel fit, the collar fit, that's where we really focused on. And like that's the one thing that we're really proud about. The shoe is the improved fit from the Clifton 10 to the Clifton 11, because we really only had the upper to focus on, so we really dialed in fit there.
So the changes on the Clifton 11 aren't quite as big, it sounds like, but still nice to enhance the upper and have 2 shoes right now. So last thing we'll do, Annie, one more. You've got a last wing, and it feels like they're getting a little bit hotter for you. So tell us about your last wing and talk through the differences between the Clifton Pro and the Clifton 11.
Right, going in for wing number 4, and this is atomic. Just one word. So I'm bracing myself. And that's really lots of peppercorn. Slow burn, not offensive. Wait. So the Clifton, the difference between the Clifton and the Clifton Pro mainly is the underfoot foam. So the Clifton has the foam that we've had. Oh, it's a builder. The Clifton, the foam that we have is a 45C EVA, compression molded EVA. The Clifton Pro is a 43C supercritical EVA. The supercritical foaming process of EVA allows there to be more air boning into the shoe, into the foam, which makes it more resilient, which means it gives you more energy return, and it reduces the pack out rate, so it doesn't pack out and it doesn't go dead as quick. And that's the biggest difference between these two. They're on the same last, they have the same drop. The outsole coverage is a little bit different, and you'll notice that the Clifton has a little bit more of this podular mechanical cushioning type of an outsole, and the Clifton Pro has a little more rubber coverage and it's kind of like a little bit flatter. So that allows the Clifton Pro to feel a little more responsive underfoot, gives you more energy return, and it doesn't pack out as quick. The Clifton is going to be your tried and true Clifton. It's going to feel like regular Cliftons in the past, so that's super familiar. So if you're a person that doesn't like a lot of change and you like consistency, the Clifton 11 is there for you. If you're a person that loves the Clifton but wishes that maybe it lasted longer, it had more energy, or had a poppier ride underfoot, that's what the Clifton Pro is there for you for.
Annie, I can't think of a better person to ask questions about these shoes than you. That answer was super techy, and I love every bit of it. We're excited to have these. And before we get into anything else, Liz, I want to bring it back to you. Let's take a bite of our last wing. It was getting hotter for Annie. I think they're going to be getting hotter here. So let's take a bite, and then we'll talk about a bit more about these shoes.
I should have not reminded you for this.
I know.
Okay.
This is the hot one.
I'm nervous.
This one is called Nashville Hot. So, and it's extra saucy.
Okay. Cheers.
A little bit more heat.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I feel that one.
You've got some heat, you've got some saucy fingers. So now I'm going to ask you, what's going on with the badging we see on the new Clifton Pro? So tell me all about it.
Yep, so the Clifton Pro is the first of our HOKAs to have our brand new HOKA Tech badge. And basically this is going to allow our consumers and our partners to better identify the experience of the ride. So the Clifton Pro is a part of our Pro Glide Plus. So basically you'll experience a smoother, more responsive ride. It has, oh my gosh, supercritical foam. So that should allow for like a longer responsive ride. So yeah, you'll start to see these on all of our products now, and it's really exciting, and it's new and fun, and yeah.
Great. And obviously really means a lot to you. I'm seeing that going on. Yeah. Little sip of that.
I took one chunk to the back of my throat, and it just downhill from there.
Well, we've got some shoes, but the best thing about shoes is putting them on and going for a run. So what is the most memorable experience you've had with running ever?
Oh, man. Wiping out in the steeplechase. In college, I ran for UC, and it was like 37 degrees out, and it was raining, and I slipped on the water barrier, and I ate it in the water pit. There is a video out there as well, but that's probably the most memorable moment.
Yep. Get a lot of hits on YouTube of watching it eat it on the steeple.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, last question I'll have for you is, what are your favorite HOKA models to run in, and why?
Right now, I'm actually really liking the Mach 7s. I just feel like I can kind of grip the ground a little bit more. I also kind of do CrossFit as well as running, so it's like to me, a perfect shoe for those like days that we have running involved. But yeah, I actually really like the Mach 7s right now.
Yeah, great. Well, I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for being a good sport about the wings. They got hot at the end, didn't they?
Yeah, that took a turn.
Really appreciate that. Annie, thanks for being a part of this. I hope you're okay. Everything you talked about these shoes was wonderful. So everyone, thanks for being here. Follow us on Hot Shoes. We're excited to get these shoes in. You can get them at Runners Plus or runnersplus.com, and of course at HOKA. So we'll see you next time, and I'm going to do one more bite of this one. I don't know if you can or not, but I'm going to
I feel like if you do, I have to, but I'm like fighting for my life right now.
All right. So we're going to do one more bite, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for being here. That is good. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one to end on.
Cheers.